Hello. So I saw that a lot of you liked my photos of my Star Trek autograph book that I have pulled from Rittenhouse card boxes. So I figured it would be really cool to just go over it all together as a video and just point out some highlights that you may have missed. So very first, top left, absolutely amazing card signed by Chekhov. This is one of the great pulls, the bridge crew of the original series. Very rare to get those, and I was lucky enough to pull one, and I'm absolutely stoked and ecstatic about it. Then we have in the middle someone who you may not recognize, so that is Baylock from the original series, but the actor is actually Clint Howard, a horror icon, before he became a horror icon, of course. So that is a really awesome pull. I'm super happy with it. And that it is an inscription card, which means it has writing on it along with the signature, makes it even better. Now we move on to Enterprise. So from Enterprise, we have some really cool ones. Top row, we have, of course, two of the exact same Dominic Keatings, which I find absolutely hilarious. Maybe I should give one away. Once again, another prized pull, Bridge Crew. And we also pulled a Linda Park Hoshi Sato. So that is another Bridge Crew amazing pull that I am super happy with. But one of the sleeper hits is actually this sideways one right here. You can read this. It said Ethan Phillips. Do you know who else Ethan Phillips plays? Neelix. So I may not have a Neelix signed card by Ethan Phillips, but I do have Ethan Phillips as a Ferengi in Enterprise. I always thought that was pretty cool. Then we have one of my favorite signed cards in my collection, and that is my Christina Chong Bleed Through. So this is an absolutely amazing card. I love it. It is the top left one. La'an was amazing in Strange New Worlds. Love the character, love Strange New Worlds, and it's just an amazing card, and I'm so glad I pulled it. You should have seen how happy I was. Then we come to my Discovery, which might be my favorite collection of them all for three reasons, and those three reasons are right on top. Doug Jones, my favorite actor ever. Michelle Yeoh, who has won Oscars. I don't know how many she's won, but at least one Oscar. And there's a heart on it and an XO and her signature. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then Tig Notaro. I love Tig Notaro. And Tig's autograph. I always found that funny. Then we also have another cool one. We have Hannah Spear, who played Doug Jones's sister, and it is an inscription card that says Kelpians rule. Then what's even cooler is we flip the Discovery over to here, Michael Chan, and he wrote in some sort of character. I don't know what language that is, but that's so cool. And then it's an inscription card, so he also put live long and prosper. How freaking awesome is that? I absolutely love that. Some cool cards. Then we come over here. We've got some cards from the movies. The notable highlight would be Dr. Gillian Taylor, the main character of the one with the whales. Now we come to the Star Trek 2009 and above movies. So, 4 of these I actually pulled, and the 5th one I actually bought. So, I've only ever bought one signed card, and that was when I was much younger, and that is this one right here, Reggie Lee. Now, he may not have been much in the Star Trek universe, but when I was younger, I loved Grimm, and I still do. Grimm is an amazing show. I just absolutely adore it. And he plays Sergeant Wu, and I absolutely adored that. And the card was only like $10 on eBay. And I'm like, bam, mine in my collection. So that's the story behind that one. So that's pretty cool. Then we have what I have the most cards for, and that is The Next Generation. So we start off with Licia Naff up here, who plays Ensign Sonia Gomez. And what's cool about her signature is you can actually donate to her charity and she will send you a signed picture. So I always thought that was cool of her. Then we have 2 inscription cards, which I always loved. And then we come over here and we've just got some more, including Worf's son, Alexander Rozhenkov. So I always thought that was pretty cool as well. Then we come to the Deep Space Nine page. So we have got some absolute amazing ones here. First of all, two legends of the Star Trek universe for female empowerment, Terry Farrell and I can never say her first name correctly, Majel Barrett, but Mrs. Roddenberry, as some people, Gene Roddenberry's wife. She also played Nurse Chapel in the original series, and Deanna Troy's mother, of course. So we have her as Deanna Troy's mother. And then we also have an Alexander Siddig. But the coolest one of this is actually one by Iggy Pop down here. So I thought that was really cool. Such a famous person in a Star Trek episode as kind of just like a glancing role, and you can't even really tell I thought it was really cool. Then we come to the Voyager ones, which I absolutely love. So once again, an amazing star. We have Jerry Ryan right up here for the Legends of Star Trek. That's so cool. Then we have the clown from that Fear episode of Voyager, and that one was actually sent to me by a fan. So I'm very thankful for that one because that's so cool. And down here, that's not an actor. That is Michael Westmore, who brought a lot of the aliens that we know and love to life. So I always thought that was awesome. And then over here, we've just got some more Voyager ones, which is pretty cool. Then, so I believe his name is Juan Ortiz, created a portfolio print line for Rittenhouse, or I don't know if it was specifically for Rittenhouse, but it was an art line. And so he, a facsimile of his signature was signed on these. So there are some actual cards with his signatures, and then there are these with the facsimile of his signatures. So that was pretty cool. Here we have some more Star Trek The Next Generation ones with Duras and the guy with his Lieutenant Commander Dexter Remick with his neck about to pop with those aliens that we know and love. Then this is something I actually did not show in my main video, so you guys special. This is my relics page. So relics are pieces of their uniforms. So I pulled a Dr. Culber, a Dr. Leonard McCoy. Here's a Rakan. Here is a patch from the Kelvin universe. Here's actually a signed piece with a piece of his uniform. So that was always cool. And I love the Discovery uniforms because they have little deltas sewn into them. Then we've got Dira. I almost said Gray. Vance. That was one of my favorites. And Savick. And then strangely enough over here, we've actually got T'Pol. So we've got 4 T'Pols. This is a Malcolm Reed. It's an open and shut one. We pulled 2 awesome captains with Captain Catherine Janeway and Captain Christopher Pike. And then we pull over to a scarcely populated page, but this would be the Next Generation movies. And here we just have Kate Mulgrew as Admiral Janeway. So that was pretty cool. And then we've got the Picard series. So I've got 2 from the Picard series. And finally, something else I didn't show was this. It is a film cell of Dr. Phlox from Enterprise. You can't really tell because it's on the black, but it's actually pretty cool. So I thought it would be cool just to show you all the cards that I've pulled. Well, not all of them, because I actually still have some in storage that I need to find. But show you some of the cards I've pulled and make a cool video out of it. Well, that's it for today's video. Live long and prosper.